The 10 secret signs he's flirting with you. Sex expert reveals how to tell if someone's really into you. And they're not as obvious as you'd think. No, they're not. Relationship expert Tracy Cox. Now, this is from the Mail Online. And it's been penned by Tracy Cox. And she's their resident relationships expert and sex expert as well. Anyway, so let's see what Tracy has to say. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, obviously, but I'll pin the article to the comment to the top in the comment section. Anyway, she says, "This is what most people want." I'm familiar with her work, by the way. "This is what most people want to know when they corner me at parties. Will you get out, Tracy? Will you stop writing rubbish, Tracy?" "No," she says. "How do I tell when someone fancies me?" "Well, having read your work, I'm amazed that anyone does." Anyway, let's look at her 10 secret signs. 1. He'll give you 3 looks in quick succession. Not 2, not 4. The first is a stranger look. He's checking you out because you're a human being, as opposed to a wild animal, I suppose. He looks a second time because he's realised you're a female. Well, how observant of him. Now, pay attention, okay? Because if he fancies you, he'll look back a third time. Even better if he darts the 3 looks whilst he's 5 or 6 feet away. So when you meet her, a woman you fancy, guys, get 5.5 feet away from her and dart 3 looks at her, and then 2, he pulls the socks up. So look at her 3 times in quick succession from 5.5 feet away and pull your fucking socks up. 3, he's pointing to his genitals. Okay, so we have the 3 pointy looks from 5.5 feet away, pull up your socks, and then point to your balls and your cock. If he puts his hands on his hips, I thought they were on his cock, with his fingers splayed and pointing down towards you know what, I'm going old Joe Pesci on myself. No, I don't know what. You said it. I don't know what. The fuck do you mean? He's subconsciously willing you to look at it. If he's pointing to fucking it, why doesn't he just get it out and wave it around the bloody place? He'll also spread his legs when sitting opposite you. Well, that's man-spreading. To give you a full display of his crotch. Hopefully he's still got his clothes on at the time. Well, obviously not his socks as he's pulled them up. 4, his feet point towards you. Well, it would be rude not to if he's got his feet pointed in the direction of another woman with his cock out. So let's have a quick recap. So we have the 3 pointy, darty looks from 5.5 feet away. Ideally, pull your socks up, get your balls out and your cock out, and make sure you keep your feet pointed towards you. And 5, he's touching his face often, especially when he looks at you. Actually, I'm just going to go back to 4 because it says here, if we find someone attractive, we point at them. No, that's extremely rude. With our hands, arms, feet, legs, and toes. Well, don't forget that he's got his cock out now as well. He sounds he sounds more like a landing signals officer on an aircraft carrier, guiding in a jet rather than someone who's a potential mate. But anyway, so point at her with your hands, arms, feet, legs, and toes, with your cock out and your balls out after the 3 darty looks, and pull your socks up. 5, he's touching his face often. So now you've got to touch your face as well. I said before in another video, it's like the hokey, cokey, pokey, fucking dokey. If he fancies you, he'll stroke his cheek up and down with his fingers, touch his ears, and rub his chin. It's a combination of nervous excitement. Right, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do a recap again. So 3 darty looks, pull your socks up, point at your cock, get your balls out, point at her with your hands and arms and feet, and legs and toes, stroke your cheeks, grope your chin, fondle your fucking ears, and what have we got next, I wonder? 6, his eyes move in a triangle. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely impossible. What kind of triangle anyway, Tracy? Equilateral triangle, isosceles, scalene? I'm not going through the list again. You've got to do all of these bloody things, and now you've got to move your eyes in a triangle. Okay. And she says that all of this is a combination of nervous excitement, preening, and autoerotic touching. Nervous excitement. Now, this kind of guy sounds psychotic. Preening. No, he should be keening in a fucking ward in a mental institution. Autoerotic. Try autistic. Kind of guy like this sounds like a guy who hasn't taken his meds, who suffers from Tourette's. Anyway, 7, he's looking at your mouth loads. Your mouth loads. Really, has he become too excited with his autoerotic touching and jettisoned a load of semen into your fucking mouth? 8, he's blinking a lot. Well, he will if he reads this fucking article. 9, he's got you pinned up against the wall. I thought he was supposed to be 6 feet away. I feel like being pinned up against a wall myself right now and having a fucking blindfold tied around my face and be given a last cigarette. I don't even smoke. I feel like getting shot. Jesus, what a... 10, he keeps squeezing his bottle or can of beer as opposed to your throat, Tracy. When men are sexually interested in someone, they start playing with circular objects. I wouldn't wonder if I met this woman if I'd go into my garage and play with a circular saw with all the aforementioned fucking body parts that she went on about. So, a final recap. So, give her 3 darty looks from 5.5 feet away, pull your socks up, point at your cock, point at her with your hands and arms and feet and legs and toes, stroking your cheeks and groping your chin and fondling your ears. Do the triangular eyes, don't forget that one, whilst you're guiding the fucking plane in. Jizz in her mouth whilst pointed down south, blink a lot, pin her up against the wall, squeeze your bottle of beer, and that, in my own bastardised way, is a summing up of this article, and this is excellent advice from the Daily Mail, courtesy of Tracy Cox. Thank you so much if you made it this far. God help us, guys.